Good morning, BBGG. So I am feeling loads better, okay, with this allergies. And those of you guys that recently booked, emails will be going out today. Thank you guys for your bookings. Those of you guys that had due dates today, readings are going out today. And if you guys would like to book, make sure that you guys watch the reel in the pin section, or the video in the pin section, or in the playlist on YouTube that says how to book before booking, right? All right, let's get into it. Blue Butterfly gun going. Holy Spirit Angel, guys, what do we have for Blue Butterfly? We got this one. Okay, Five of Pentacles. And we got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Somebody is putting down a negative mindset. Somebody is looking at things. Somebody is like trying to beat this cycle, or they are coming up out of this cycle where they tend to think very pessimistic about things, right? It's like when we tell ourselves we can't have something or we can't do something, but it's really because it's other people's voices that made you feel at one point that you weren't good enough. So I feel like somebody had a negative perspective on life, on relationships, on what they could have, right? So this does not have to be romantic. This is just how somebody is feeling right now. Okay, we have Eight of Wands and we have the Devil. I'm feeling like this is about materializing something. So somebody could have like stayed stuck in a place because they just didn't believe in themselves, right? They didn't believe that they could have this, that they could achieve this. But they're now wanting, there could be excitement coming up, right? Because there's a desire to do something differently, materialize something differently. I do feel like this has to do with someone's passions, desires, right? It's like, you know, sometimes life can just beat you down and make you less passionate. It makes you, especially with the circumstances you find yourself in, it didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to. So then it's like you give up on certain dreams and things that you just wanted to go. So I feel like those childhood dreams are coming back. Why is the Devil here? We have the Lovers up, but it could also be about love, right? So there's a choice. Someone could have been thinking negatively about a relationship that maybe they couldn't have it or that it was over. But in reality, it's like this person, they could have been stuck in a karmic cycle with the karmic as well, right? That kept them feeling like they couldn't have better than where they were at. But I feel like this person is choosing different for themselves. It's like, I want happiness and I deserve happiness. And just because I was stuck with somebody who made me feel like they were the best thing for me, they were the only thing that I could attain, they kept me distracted, like making me think that there wasn't better out there, right? But it's like somebody is now believing that they can have better, because sometimes we'll push away even the good things that come into our life because we don't feel we can have them. We feel like it's too good to be true. So we'd rather just stay stuck in the place that we know that's familiar. But this person is breaking that mold, whether it's a feminine or a masculine. Seven of Swords, I feel like this is the self-deception, the lies, right, that was told. But again, it had to do with how that person feel about themselves. There we go, Queen of Swords. Now, take these readings as they resonate, you guys, because even if you guys resonate with the Queen of Swords energy, even when I'm talking about twin flame counterparts, there's different versions of it. So it's going to sound the same, but it's not typically always the same. So it can, like when we're in a twin flame dynamic, there's a shadow and a light twin. So a Queen of Swords could be the shadow twin and the masculine is the light twin. And then it can be vice versa in a different situation. You might be the light twin, but you're a Queen of Swords, right? So that's why I say take it as it resonates, because you're not always the villain, but you're not always the good person either, right? So, yeah, it's like there could have been some lies that this Queen of Swords fed to this person. or this is what this Queen of Swords felt, right? So this could be an air sign, don't have to be. It could also be an archetype of, how you are as a person. You're someone who's very direct, someone who's intelligent, smart, somebody who really operate more out of the headspace than the emotional place. And this is someone who just really knows what they want. They're very honest with themselves, right? She's a queen in the upright. So I'm seeing it two ways, where there's someone who was stuck on this Queen of Swords that they had a very toxic relationship dynamic with. And this is what they were choosing, and they're realizing that this person could have been manipulative, right? But the other energy I'm seeing is that this is a Queen of Swords who was in this place. Could be the same person, but maybe the masculine is looking at her from a different perspective, right? But she's too now realizing that she was stuck in some karmic cycle loop that she didn't truly really want. It was very, very toxic. Tell me more about this Queen of Swords. The Sun, she wants to be happy. The truth has been exposed. Okay, King of Swords, there we go. So again, remember we've been having that twin flame dynamic come out. I do think these are twin flames. And I'm not here to villainize anybody, right? Because I don't believe in no right or wrong. It's just consequences. And then there's what we want and what we desire and what we don't. So it's okay if two people once loved each other but no longer desire each other. We're here to love many different people. But these twin flames, I feel like this masculine felt like he chose the wrong person. He was choosing this person based off of the trauma, the trauma bond. Both of them were, right? So these are twin flames. Both of them were, and they took it for love, like because they have this strong bond with this person. This is love. But I feel like the feminine is also feeling the same, right? She's feeling like it's actually a relief that they're separating, because as much as they were going back and forth and they didn't want to let go of each other, it's like someone finally broke it, right? And it's like they're just done. They're both like wanting to be done with the cycle of going back and forth, because it's not making both of them happy. So it was a lie that they were happy in this relationship when they really weren't. But again, it was based off of the trauma experience, things that were unresolved in both of them. Okay, so it seems like there's a lesson that's going to be learned in this situation, or they're learning. The cycle is complete. Now here goes the Queen of Pentacles. This is where the masculine wants to go, towards his Queen of Pentacles. 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups. This is who he truly desires, right? But he was juggling. There was confusion. So I feel he's the one that is cutting off the Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Swords, I feel like she's going to be okay, right? Even if she doesn't initially feel good about it, she's going to end up being okay, because she knows that this cycle was not really making her happy. But I wanted to ask, what lessons are they both realizing that they were learning in this connection? Knight of Wands. How to choose a new direction. Why is the Knight of Wands here? 4 of Cups. Why is the 4 of Cups here? It's like they both known for a while that this wasn't working and it wasn't going to work, right? So they needed to go towards what they truly actually wanted. They both need to work on taking charge of their life. We have the King of Wands that came out. And being independent. So I feel like the masculine needed to have courage. He really needed to become a better leader. Because even in this dynamic, he wasn't really leading. I feel like he was following the feminine. So when they would have conflicts, fights, it's like instead of him being the bigger person, it's like he would entertain it. They would both be very childish. So they both kind of had to learn how to really be independent and walk away when things weren't serving them. That was their way of loving themselves.